Wow.
You gotta click go live. I don't know.
It's your first time.
Yeah, I don't know if this is definitely my first time on YouTube. Yeah, you gotta click that button.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Yeah, that's for the best. Yeah, so back to what we're doing. You guys are moving on. Let me roll some tables here.
While you're doing that, Anonymous, I assume you're still in the front of the wagon like usual.
Yeah, I'm always right up front, baby. Shotgun.
Yeah. As we are traveling down the road, I just turned to you and I'm looking and I wanted to say thanks for getting me up a few times back there.
We don't need context for that.
No, I don't think any context is needed.
I'm happy I was able to get you up if you didn't have any problems.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that spell was really helpful and solved the problem.
Yeah.
It's kind of a problem for a lot of men.
And to give you guys an idea of kind of Bellet throughout your couple days of travel here, he really isn't responding much. Like, you guys can lead him around willingly. I assume y'all have kept him tied up, but he seems kind of just looking off, like with a 1,000-yard stare, mumbling very incoherently. Okay.
I'm put him to sleep.
Not my dad. I'm not worried.
I mean, y'all can choke him out if you want.
Should we?
Someone want to rear
Wow.
naked on him?
Oh,
No? I mean, if the mumbling's getting too much.
Leave him alone, guys.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, okay. You should say leave him alone. You know, that's a good point. You should leave him
Stabbed
alone.
him.
Yeah, should have stabbed his trachea, then we wouldn't have this problem.
oh my gosh.
I imagine your stab wound is it's starting to heal up on him. You know, maybe
Sure hope so.
maybe you give him a little bit of bandaging.
Yeah, the emotional wounds will never go away.
Yeah, we healed him.
Y'all did. Okay, so you guys continue on for the rest of the day. Nothing of note really happens. There's always been a decent amount of traffic heading south on Desert Road. Maybe once an hour y'all will pass somebody roundabout. But after a full day's travel, close to sunset, basically coming from sunset, you guys arrive at Summer Hall and proceed down the road into the mountain. Y'all pull down and are actually greeted by two guards. They recognize your two drivers in your wagon, and y'all are welcome back.
What was the name of the lady in charge? Usheen?
Yeah.
Is Usheen in?
He's probably still at the Stone Monastery.
One of the guards says, yes, yes, they arrived, 2 nights ago, 3 nights ago. Yes, she's back.
They failed? Wait, did they all come back?
All who?
All of your people that headed over to the Stone Monastery.
Did she leave a garrison?
Oh, no, yes, all the troops did not return.
Good. Well, unless they died. I mean, that would be bad, of course.
It was just her and some of her personal guards.
You mind waking her up and telling her we got to meet with her for a second?
It's like late afternoon. I hope she's awake.
Yeah, I would say
maybe she's
nighttime.
tired.
It's just
Probably,
sundown.
probably still awake.
Dinner time.
See, but yes, we will let her know of your arrival. He kind of nods to one of the other guards, and he walks off and starts hurriedly walking down the hall.
maybe someone should. I guess we just wait. Is that what we're at?
Yes, feel free to wait in our common hall.
There you go.
We need to
If you-
stable the horses and the goats and all that stuff.
Somebody change out Inga's water.
Yeah, we need to change out her water.
Yeah, that's kind of gross.
He looks is an Inga. What's an
Don't ask
Two
that
companions. We
You
need to
can call
go
her
to a
Bubbles.
stable. Bubbles. We need to go to the stables where we can rinse out our trough and put fresh water and take care of the horses
He's
and
like-
the goats.
Okay, yeah, they're and he points. He's like right over there. One of the stable hands will give you a stall. It's good to see y'all back.
Hi, you do.
Yeah, y'all walk over to or lead the wagon over to the stable. One of the young little stable boy comes out. He's like, "What you need?"
We need to get this trough out of the back and clean out the water, and we need to get our horses some water and rested and cleaned off, and we need some feed for them and the goats.
He starts
I'll
kind
help
of undoing the bridles on the horses and their harness. Leads them one by one into his stables, and you see him. He's like, "What trough y'all talking about?" And he walks around back. He's like, "What is Inga? What are you doing in the trough?"
She is currently laying in the trough, for the most part, with her tentacles kind of branching out over the edges, and just the hint of the top of her head can be seen as she blows bubbles at the surface of the murky, black, and bloody, smelly trough.
He's like, are we? What is that?
You just need
Okay,
to
she's
clean
not
the
ready.
top and get fresh water in.
Personification of
I
regret.
don't-
Just gonna give water.
I don't want to touch it. Is it?
You don't have to touch it.
Let's
She'll
help
help
carry
you,
this
I'm
trough,
sure.
please, Anadius.
What am I? How do I get near?
Strong people to help pick it up and carry it.
Yeah, can y'all
Naughtiest?
dump it?
I
Like,
know you're strong.
and
You're
he
not
kind of
strong.
looks. He kind of looks around back.
Oh, you're strong.
Period.
You're battling.
He's like, did y'all catch that for the chef? Is that
No, she is not food.
What
it's
is
not food?
No,
What would it taste
I
like?
wouldn't.
What
go
is it?
there. It's
What
a
is Inga?
potion.
It's blowing bubbles.
She likes to do that.
Gary, maybe you should just let Inga bring her trough out for
Inga,
the clean.
Inga, can you bring the trough out, the boy, and then dump it out? The boy said he'll clean it and give you some fresh, clean water. Please? I say that through my head to you, Inga. You can hear me out
Oh,
loud.
you don't speak. You just say that telepathically. So no one else heard that.
Well, I said it
Yeah,
out loud. and then I
Kiri
did
just
it.
started talking and then just like stopped and stared for a little bit.
Stopped and
Okay, so
He always seems to understand
she's
me better when
kind
I
of
do.
ignoring the majority of the chatter with her ears under the water, and then after Kiri communicates, she kind of pops up and stares at them all.
Ah! What is? It's really big.
I'm down.
Ah,
Big?
it's bigger than he thought it was.
Oh.
You're just standing in the trough.
Yes, and all of the tentacles are retracting into the bottom of the poncho.
I'm gonna go take care of I'm gonna go to the horses.
Just
Hey,
Yeah, good.
He
You take
kind of
care
scampers off. He's like, they need brushing.
They do.
At this point, Inga, he steps out of the trough and it's just dripping that vile fluid all over the cart, and then lifts very haphazardly, sloshing the liquid around in the trough and getting it on whatever just happens to be casualty to the movement of the trough as she kind of not so delicately chucks it out of the back.
The trough just goes clang clang on the ground, landing upside down, spraying this all over the place.
Oh, Inga. I mean, I don't mind, this is the way that you live, but you kind of made a mess on the whole back of the... We have to live in there, too.
Yeah, it's not terrible, but there's a... it's kind of running down the back of Wagon Master.
Oh.
Wagon Master will get angry.
Don't upset Wagon Master.
Inga is just staring at Kiri and blinks with her eyes independent of each other.
I know. It's okay.
Looks around.
It's made a mess in the back. That's all. We gotta sit in there, too.
Oh, that does remind
Y'all do see a water trough, like if you want to get a bucket and like wash them off.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna... I'll go do that.
Yeah, there's water trough in a bucket. Y'all
Empty.
can take a couple moments and just kind of spread over that filth she dropped and... Yeah. Anybody watch Inga off?
Minute, we're time to do the nasties.
What?
Old movie.
Oh.
So y'all clean off Wagon Master. Nobody's clean off Inga?
Come on, Inga, come over here and get some fresh water. You'll feel better. I'll help you. I'll dump the bucket over you. I don't know if I can reach over you. How tall is Inga? Come over and sit down.
She's taller than you are.
Well, I figured. Isn't everybody?
Inga, do you sit?
Yeah,
It's bad when Kiri is offering to wash them.
she uses her human-esque legs to hop down from the cart, and she goes just sit on the ground.
Take bucket after bucket, and I just kind of dump it over her.
I wouldn't get close.
Yeah, there's just a lot of like thick black coming off with it, but you give her a couple nice dumps of water, and she's like, "Wow, this is the best you've ever seen her." The best you've ever seen her is when she was, swimming around in the temple. But this is a good second.
I don't realize how crazy it is that Kiri is helping somebody wash off.
This is a good number 2. All right, well, y'all cleaned Inga off. What y'all want to do?
We were waiting for Ushin.
I'm gonna lead Bella to the hall.
Yeah, we need to go find the healer for him. Wherever it's able to go.
So we were getting Ushin, right? Should be able to know if they have someone who can.
Yeah,
that's what we
Ushin
were
was
waiting.
sent for.
I figured we could ask her for the healer for him. Kind of owes us.
Okay, well,
Make our way to the common hall.
there you go.
Yeah.
That's what
Sure.
I said.
That's what Sean said. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
I said lead him to the hall. Nobody listens to me.
Hey, Sean, we're not your dad. Don't yell at us.
Ow.
Don't stab us.
All right, well, you guys walk in with Bellotta in tow. Again, his kind of head down. Y'all are leading him. Y'all still got him tied up?
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah, one of the guard at the front that talked to, he's like, who is this?
Shalon?
As y'all try to enter Summit Hall.
It's somebody that we need to get healing. That's why we need to talk to Ushin. He's very sick and we need help for him.
Is he a danger? Why is he tied? Is he your prisoner?
Yes and no. He's kind of a danger to himself.
Ah, I see. Well, that's going in. Ushin's been sent for. Shouldn't be that long, I would imagine.
We have like waiting room music where we're waiting.
You're playing for us, Anadius? Yay!
Yeah, I'm playing Muzak. It's like my brain on idle.
Well, yeah,
I
you
can
guys
just-
walk into the common hall, and it's starting to fill up. I think it's maybe around dinner time. After probably about 10, 15 minutes, though, one of the robed stewards that you recognize approaches and says, Lady Ushin will be waiting in the meeting room where y'all met previously. If you would please follow me.
Get up and follow.
I'm following him.
Well,
Matt, turn your
follow.
mic up. I can't hear a word you were saying. I just hear
You?
I can't hear a word.
Yeah,
Matt's
better?
saying. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ned, I didn't know who you were speaking to.
Yeah, net.
I just heard, turn your microphone up.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Well, y'all entered the same room. Lady Ushin met you in before, and she's sitting at the head of the table, on the far side of her back to the to one of the fireplaces, which seems to have got a fresh fire going in it.
Hi, Lady Ushin. Nice to see you again.
He says, "Oh, yes. What? One of my attendants said y'all wish to speak with me. What does it concern?"
Are you okay? You seem a little edgy.
It's just been a trying past week. You guys know more than any. I guess
You're right.
I guess my problems pale in comparison to the task y'all accomplished.
Yeah,
Wait.
likely.
You seem
It's
to be in
first time
great
here.
spirits, all things considered.
I don't know about that. We got a lot going on. But
Oh.
we have accomplished great stuff, but then we have lots of bad stuff too. And that's why part of the reason why we came here, because see, this is Shalon's dad and his name is Bellet, and we rescued him from the water cultist, and he needs help and healing, and we weren't sure how to help and heal him, and he doesn't want to be the way he is. He like died or didn't die in an explosion, and they turned him, and we need help.
She's like, give me, trying to process everything you hit her with. She's like,
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Curie speak.
yeah, she's like the water cultist. Where?
Yeah, there's the stone cult, the earth cultist, and then there's the air cultist, and then there's the fire cultist, and then
Yes,
there's the water cultist.
I do remember you mentioned them. They were allied with the earth, right?
Yeah.
That is correct.
The black earth.
The Whispers of the Wave.
Whispers of the wave.
That's what I had written down. Is that not right? Yes.
That's what they call themselves?
I thought I was crushing the cultists.
Wait, they're the bad water guys that use water and then want to use water to, destroy the world. And we're trying to stop them? You know, that group?
Where's their stronghold?
And I pull out my map and roll it out on the table and point to it.
Oh. She's like, oh. Interesting. They're working out of that ruin.
Yep.
It looks like they've rebuilt some parts of it.
We destroyed quite a few of them, including the... Gosh, it's been 2 weeks. What was the name of that guy?
You attacked this stronghold?
Yeah, we had to rescue Bellet.
We
What was
we
the
made
main
it to
thing
the
that
second
we killed?
level.
She kind of looks at you guys. She's like, just use what? 6. Where's your other friend with the?
Well, the
You
owl,
know-
our DM will
You know,
work
with
on him, so he's not
the
here.
the hat.
Oh, he's talking about
Dude,
the
yeah.
dude.
Well, he
Probably
sort
now.
of, I think he thought he got another lead on his rug and he wandered off for a little bit. I don't know, flew away as a
Oh.
dove. I'm not sure what happened.
And you're falling in a puddle or something. You're quite wet. Your new acquaintance?
This is Inga. She helped us with the oh my gosh, I'm trying to find the guy. Hold on. Can't remember the guy's name.
We don't have a name for what we battled.
Grimjaw.
Well, I mean, we didn't.
didn't battle.
Grimjaw, but we didn't kill Grimjaw. We left him there. We fought like lizard folk, and then we fought like
Not one of their
What-
beasts.
what was it?
I don't remember what it was called, but it was just one of their beasts. It wasn't like the leader or anything.
It was a one-eyed shiver.
You never You never got his or its name. It was a
Big demon thing.
yeah. It was like a demon.
Oh. So, Inga probably related?
You don't.
Yeah.
Probably not a good idea to talk about that.
Gar Shatterkeel is the one who's leading up. He's the head. He's the head of the water cultist. But we didn't attack him. We just attacked like his pet and stuff to free Bellet.
We thought he would be at the second level. Apparently, he's deeper down. Which, by the way, there's a third level back at the Temple of Stone that I'm sure you all didn't even try to go and look at. It's fine. Whatever.
No, I've sent some more patrols down, but I'll be honest, I departed quickly behind you. Made my way back here. I never said the Caradoons were so hard-headed.
Renee's pretty hard-headed.
Yes, you're telling me. That said, I left a small contingent.
Playing with Mudman now. He got interested in that.
Oh, I won't profess to know much of that. But I did leave a small contingent of men there to maintain and hold that monastery should any forces arrive. But like I said, it's only been a few days.
So do you have any priests or anything that you think you could try to help heal Bellet? We would really, really appreciate it because it's beyond what my healing can do. I think we need like a priest or something.
And who is this Bellet?
Right here, this guy, Shalon's dad.
Yeah,
Barnacle boy.
She kind of stands up and looks at him and what ails him?
We're not
That's what
sure.
we're trying to figure out.
He got stabbed by his daughter and he's upset.
Fire cultist and the water cultist, they were fighting each other on the docks down at Warmford, and he got caught in the explosion, and then I think the water cultist took him, and they did something to him, and we don't know what it was, and they just turned him over to like work for the water cultist, and then when Shalon showed up, he was trying to, I don't know the exact conversation because we weren't in the room, but then she started yelling, and we think he tried to turn bad, and he was becoming one of the water cultists, but then he didn't want to hurt Shalon, and he didn't want to hurt his daughter, and he wants to be good, but they're making him be bad, and we want to save him.
She looks at
She looks over and says, "Breathe."
This is your father.
Yes.
Oh. Yes, we will surely do what we can. Please come with me. And she kind of leads him along, but he does not. He's just kind of standing there. So she's a little bit more like forceful with her guiding hand, and he eventually kind of turns and walks with her. Again, still mumbling.
Does she
Huh? What?
said, does she want me to come too?
No, she was speaking with all of you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So she leads y'all.
Yes, what's wrong with you?
She leads y'all deeper down into the hall. Instead of going upstairs, she takes y'all down the flight of stairs at the end of the hall, which opens up to another long, stretching hallway, and takes you into a room. Or she actually knocks on a room to the right, and a voice on the inside's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Herod, can you please come out here?" He's like, "Oh, yes, certainly." You hear a little bit of scuffling, then soon a man robed in white with like a rope tied around his waist comes to the door, and he immediately is like, "What? How may I be of service?"
We need to fix up our Barnacle friend here. I'm not sure if you have any ways of doing that.
think he's been cursed or something, and we need help. And he's sad, and he doesn't want to be like he is, and he wants to be back to being a regular father for Shalon. And we need your help. We need priestly help because my druid magic just couldn't heal him, and I wasn't sure what to do. And
I did a jaunty tune. The jaunty tune left him unfixed.
And he says, "Well, what restorative magics have y'all tried already?"
Handing it off to Kiri.
Just cure wounds.
Well,
you haven't really done much.
Yeah, I guess I haven't. I could have done other.
He's still alive, so
because I was pretty sure. No, like for real, that like Pookha, you had me roll, and you said like using my nature skills and stuff that you knew that I didn't have any spells that could actually help him.
You knew you didn't, yeah. So what did you try? That was the question.
Anything that I could for him? I guess I didn't try anything because I knew that I couldn't help him. That sounds really weird because I rolled and you told me I couldn't help him. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm confused right now.
I don't know what you're saying.
What we are trying is.
I think the answer would be like, I don't know. This is beyond me.
Yeah, I don't know. It's beyond me. I mean, I tried my regular druid magic, my cure, and you know the cure wounds and all that stuff, and the healing spirit and healing word, and that's not enough to help him.
He's like, Well, come with me, child, motioning to a Bellet, and he again notices his reluctance to move, and he kind of leads him on and takes you to another chamber, which is lined with candles, all probably 200 candles lit in this chamber. Again, further down the hall, it's a large gathering chamber. It's got kind of pews set up, candles all over the place, and various different what you probably think to be like holy objects placed along the side and in the center. He takes him up to an altar, which he begins to clear some implements off of. He's like, lay him down here. You see him pull and grab some large tomes. And he asks, where did y'all find him?
Well, we found him down here. I take my map out and roll it out and point to it. Down here. He was down the second level of the cave, down where the water was in, and he'd been inside this cave for a long time. There were giant octopuses swimming around in the water and stuff.
This
so
is
I don't know
hypothermia? I've not seen any barnacle growth as a part of hypothermia. What can you tell me? What can you tell me about his condition?
So, see, he was okay, at Wormford, he was out on the docks, and there was this fight between the water cultists and the fire cultists, and there was a big explosion, and we think it was the fire cultists that did it, but then the water cultists saved him, and they took him down underground, and there's lizard folk that live in there, and then there was this evil, like, monster thingy that we saw in there that we fought, the one-eyed, I forget what it's called, and,
One-eyed Willy?
No, not that. That's, no. And we don't know what was going on, but they did something to him to make him come over to their side, but he wouldn't be one of them normally, and so we need to help heal his mind and body too, I guess.
So you think he's been brainwashed?
Or
no,
cursed?
I'm pretty sure he's been brought back to life with using the water elemental plane.
Oh, I see.
Like cursed, he needs to be uncursed. That's something priests can do, right?
Indeed, it is. Step away. And he flips through
step back, like 3 steps. He sounds serious.
Yeah. He flips through a couple pages. He's like, is this okay?
1 second.
You see him start to rummage around in a couple of a couple of different containers. He's like, normally I can remove a curse with but a word, but let's see. We'll go all in on this one. So I haven't used this in a while. He places
2 words.
He places a holy, what you think is some sort of holy object, on Bellet's chest, who's laying on his back there, and then he starts to like form a ring around the altar with some sort of like white powder. Like, yes, and he goes back and consults the book again. And then he slams the book. He's like, "We are ready," and begins to kind of chant these. Let's see, who would? I don't think any of you guys understand these words. Chant kind of incoherent words. And you see there's a slight wind starts to pick up in the room around you guys. And then all of a sudden that object that's on Bellet begins to glow extremely white. It picks up and begins to hover above Bellet. And then Bellet himself is lifted off of the altar. And the orb begins to grow brighter and brighter, and his chanting continues very solid. The intensity doesn't seem to change. The wind begins to pick up. The orb gets to the point, it's so bright where you cannot, like, you got to turn your eyes away. It's extremely bright, and then suddenly the light quickly fades, and Bellet is slowly lowered down to the altar, and the orb rests inert on top of him. And the wind kicks down, or starts to fade. He walks up and inspects Bellet.
Did it work?
I can't find a pulse. He is he's not there. He grabs Bellet's chest, and you see a light flash through his hands. And Bellet comes back with a gasp and shakes up on the altar, then lays down and resumes quickly mumbling, like this tide is coming. This is coming. And Bellet is frantically mumbling on the table and kind of fighting his binds.
I rush over. Father, it's okay. Calm down.
It's like it's coming. We have to flee. We'll be consumed.
Coming? What's coming?
The unending tide will swallow the world. All will be covered. All will be sunk. There's no escape. No escape. Where will we go? He starts crying. The priest is like, I don't. What is the nature of his curse? I don't understand.
We're not really sure either.
Who healed this man?
What do you mean? Who healed him?
You said he was healed after an accident?
Yeah, we don't know who healed him. Grimjaw told us that he was taking in. Oh yeah, Gar.
Is it Scatter?
Shatterkeel.
Who is this Gar? Who does he serve? Where does he draw his power?
The water
elemental.
The water elemental plane? Yeah.
He's leader of the elemental cult. Water.
Who?
What do you mean who?
Oh my
Gar
goodness.
Shatterkeel?
What on the plane? What entity on the plane? Who does he draw his power from?
We don't know. We've never met him.
Yeah, we didn't exactly discuss theology while we were there.
You guys don't understand.
Inga, do you know by any chance? I say in her head, you live there. You live there. Do you know who Gar Shatterskill, Shatterkill, like who he worships or how he healed or anything? You might know more than us because you lived in the water there.
Inga is occupied at the moment.
He's blown.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Ask again, Carrie.
Do you happen to know who Gar Shatterkill, like who he worships or where he pulls his power from or what part of the elemental plane? Because you live there and we thought maybe you've seen him or you know more about him because we really don't and we're trying to heal Bellet.
Inga nods.
could you tell me who it is? Pretty please? Tell us what he is and maybe who he worships.
Are we simulating the telepathic discussion right now? Like, am I not supposed to hear this?
Know.
All right, Inga looks at Kiri and then the rest of the party, and then one by one telepathically tells them a single word.
Olydra.
Hydra.
Apparently he's an Elijah, Herod.
I think that'd be the name
I
of
don't
the
know what that
elemental.
is.
My father mentioned this while we were in the keep.
And didn't want to bring it up, huh, Shalon?
I thought it was ramblings of a crazed man, okay?
I mean, he is crazy. Look at him.
Yeah,
And he was rambling, so technically it does qualify, but it's useful ramblings.
He's like, I don't. That name, I don't know an Olydra. What is that?
Inga, what is that? Can you understand him, Inga? I think you can. I don't know if you can or not, but I'm not sure.
Inga can definitely understand him.
Yeah, I was just making sure.
Inga nods. Inga has understood everyone all the time.
So,
They
I
just
was
never talk to her.
I was pretty sure. I was just making sure. Do you know what an Elijah is? Could you explain it to us?
Please, Inga.
Instead of Kiri, this time Inga looks at Shalon and begins to telepathically speak, all while everybody else can see the little shark hand puppet going.
Olydra is a who. He's the water god. She's the water god. My dad serves her.
Your dad?
He's not a nice man.
You're Gar's daughter?
You won't hear this.
Is your father Gar?
Oh, you're right. I don't
Inga
hear
shakes her head.
it. Oh, she's talking through the
Okay.
puppet, right?
No,
Right.
she's talking just to Shalon at the
Okay, I
moment.
thought you were doing telepathically to Sean, but talking with the puppet for the rest of it. Sorry, my bad.
No, the puppet's mouth
No,
is
she-
moving,
Yeah,
but
but we don't
only
hear you.
Shalon hears the voice.
Okay, sorry. Okay, misunderstood.
What can you tell me about her?
One second, guys.
No, you're fine.
AFK real quick.
Inga, still only telepathically speaking with Shalon, finally says,
Ingu Kulub, the Destroyer, Devourer, is my father. He serves old Hydra, and she wants to flood the world. Your world. Mine is water.
Ushin's like, what's happening here? What is she doing? Or
I have no idea.
doing with the...
Well, see, she can talk through her head. Like me. See, like this, Ushin? And I just talk to Ushin. See, I can talk to you through my head, but she can
She's
do
kind
that
of
too.
startled, but... Okay. Oh, so she's communicating telepathically with y'all.
Yeah, just still on right now, I think.
Gotcha. I understand. What is she saying?
So I relay back to the group.
The priest looks very distraught, by the way. Extremely distraught. But he hadn't said anything yet while y'all were discussing this.
Did you tell us that Gar is her dad?
No, Gar is not her dad.
Not Gar, who? Sorry, I went AFK for like 30 seconds. I missed that.
The Devourer is her father.
Is Ingulp? Is that what is it?
Say the name again, dear.
Ingu Kulub.
Oh Jesus!
Inga Kulub.
Ingu Kulub. Her father is Ingu Kulub, the Devourer. That's what she told you, Shalon.
Yes, and I relay that back.
Servant of All Hydra.
And I relay that back to the group.
The priest looks up. He's like, "You don't understand."
What do you mean we don't understand?
You don't. Yeah, we don't understand.
This All Hydra, whatever it is on an equal footing with Tyr. Our
Equal
Lord.
footing with Tyr's better, you know that.
Tyr could not break. Tyr could not break this curse. Maybe it's me who's unworthy. It could be me.
Is there
Well,
someone
Peter, you
who
are a
could?
seer.
Do you know someone who might?
Ushin shakes her head like, no, do not doubt. No, that is not it.
Maybe he's just having an off day.
I think we have underestimated these cults, if you will. There must be a power very strong backing them. Very strong. You see her kind of like just, I don't know, she's gotten very quiet and...
Well, we're going to continue on, and we'll stay here for the evening, and then we're going to continue on the High Forest tomorrow, because I think there's some help that I can get out there that they say they can help us with help fixing what's going on in the world.
She's like, okay, yes,
Don't worry,
please.
we're going to save the world. It'll be okay.
Well, feel free if you wish to leave Bellet with us. We will continue to try and heal him, if that is what you wish. We will take good care of him.
What do you think, Shalon? It's your dad.
It's probably better if he stays here.
We will do our best to bring him back to you. I don't know that I will ever be able to repay the services you have done to us, for us. Though I'm starting to see Renwick's revival, if you will, into our lives as more of a... Well, quite
What?
frustrating.
Rennie's not that bad.
I don't understand what motivates him, I guess.
The love of a brother? Sadness of loss?
His brother is here. But his tomb. If he wanted to be with his brother, he should return to us, but...
Are you sure that he's in that tomb? Because didn't we see a tomb that had his brother's name on it where Rennie was?
You saw a tomb?
Maybe I'm wrong. Wait, okay, so out of character. Wasn't there a tomb there that had like his brother's name on
1000%
it?
saw a tomb with his brother's
Was
name.
a tomb, but there was no body of his brother.
That's right, because that's where he pulled. His so there was a tomb. Yeah, the other knight was in it. Yeah,
Mhm.
there was a tomb. There was a tomb, but it was empty because that's where we pulled the knight that we brought back to you.
There was a tomb inscribed for his brother.
Yep.
Yes.
Why? Well, you've given me more mysteries to unravel. That hard-headed man, if he would just speak plainly. It doesn't matter.
You just have to know how to talk to him.
Yes. Know how to not to be killed by him is more likely. Walking on eggshells around him.
What do you mean walking? Who walks on eggshells around him?
To hold that much... Have you... He doesn't send shivers up your spine just talking to him?
Yes. Normal people. Yes.
I don't know.
I feel like at least one of the party should just be slowly panning their view over to Inga.
To which you see... I can't do it good. I can't do it. Well, and she says, anywho, please, talking to the priest, she's like, please see him to some quarters. Can he be unbound? He doesn't seem to be a threat.
He hasn't tried to run the whole time we've had him.
Yeah, he can be unbound. We're just worried about him hurting himself too, because he didn't seem to be a very happy camper.
We will monitor him closely. And they lead him off.
Out of character, Ned, can you read what Anadius keeps typing?
Oh, I'm not actually reading, sorry.
It's okay, it's funny.
Can I, follow them so I can speak to him just real quick before they put him in a room?
Yeah.
I just want to say, Father, I'm going to find a way to help you. I want you back, and so does Mother.
Hold on here.
Yes.
You kind of see him, like his brow furrows. He shakes his head for a second, and you see him look at you for probably the first time since you've met him again. Like, he actually looks at you, and you see him, a faint grin, and a little tear start to form. And he says, I love you, my seashell. I love you so much. And then you see his eyes kind of go, but you must run. Please run. Leave, escape. You must survive.
We will all survive, Father. Don't worry.
Then he returns to rambling.
Yeah, and I let him take
Kind of
him away.
murmuring.
And I turn back to the group.
All right. Well, anything else y'all want to do in the Summit Hall.
I walk up next to Ash and I tap him on the arm. Hey, Ash, how long do I have to leave this on my head? Like, is this working? Is it more growing? What's happening?
You could have the guy look at it while we're here.
Good. The guy look at it.
Could have the guy look at it.
The guy look at it.
Chris looks back. Well, it's probably not all it could in a day.
Yeah. He just says, Tyr doesn't know how to deal with horns.
That's why I'm going to the High Forest, but we'll see.
Is it possible for me to get the stuff I need to copy over my spellbook here from them? That's a no. Okay.
Potentially. Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
That's fine.
I slowly unwrap my head.
Oh, you're asking the priest to look at it?
Yeah.
We're here. He's my swell.
Yeah, sure. So he kind of looks. Your skin's definitely been pierced at this point. But it's not bleeding. The ointment did a pretty good job of helping it form scabs.
But it's sticking out now.
He looks. He's like,
somebody tell me. I don't understand.
When did this start happening?
I don't know. The last week and a half.
These have grown in a week. He kind of touches them and tries to wiggle them. You get a weird sensation in your head. It doesn't hurt, but it's like it's almost like he's touching a member or a limb that you've never had sensation in before, but you can feel the touch along it. You can feel the movement.
I hear what you're saying, yeah. So if he touched like a finger or my ear or something like that, yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, it's not that sensitive, but you can feel him touching it. Most of the sensation is obviously where it attaches to your head.
Like a tooth.
And they're about they're about coming on maybe half inch long at this point, too, you know. He's like, you wouldn't happen to be a tiefling, would you? A late bloomer?
Tiefling? Not that I know of. I'm a halfling.
Yeah, a halfling. Really?
I'm a halfling.
Oh.
Ghostwise halfling. See, I can talk in your head. My parents were halflings, both of them.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Never seen horns on a halfling, little one.
That's what I am.
As
maybe your parents really weren't your parents.
He looks at the party. Would you like us to keep her too?
Moonshadow and Rosanna
We're taking her with us.
They're halflings.
Right.
And Balanos helped raise me too, but I mean, like, he's not like my dad or anything. He's a dryad.
He looks back at the party. He's like,
yeah, he's a dryad out in the Silverwood Forest, and my parents and him raised me, and they were both halflings, and he was a dryad.
You have two dads?
Yeah, he's
not a dad. He's the one who taught me my druid magic, and I live in the forest.
I'll be honest, I don't know all the magics of the forest, but you could be under some sort of spell if your parents really are halflings. Maybe some sort of influence from the forest or being around a dryad.
We're going to travel to the High Forest starting tomorrow. I've been being called every time I meditate by these little voices in my head.
You're going to the High Forest?
Yep.
You're being called there?
Yep, they say they'll answer my questions there. So I guess I should have just waited till tomorrow and we head that way.
Who is they?
Oh.
The voices in our head. That's what we're following.
The voices in my head. They're calling out. They're saying I have to return to the forest and I need help and everything will be explained and they'll help me and they're going to help us fight all the corruption in the forest.
He's like, I'm quite confused. How is her situation any different than his? I mean, she's having conversations very well, but...
Well, Well, yeah, she's not writhing on the ground trying to hurt herself, talking about the end of the world.
The mania and the voices. That's.
I mean, not yet.
Would you like? Can we?
They don't talk to me all the time. Only when I meditate with my oak staff.
If you give me a couple hours, I could probably perform the ritual again on her. You think that?
What? I don't need that kind of healing. I just want to know what these were. There's nothing wrong with my head. I'm not upset. I just don't get it.
This could be a curse. I could potentially dispel
worth a
it.
shot.
No, it's okay. We'll find out when we go to the High Forest.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
Understood. Right.
And he used Dispel Magic.
He just kind of gives y'all a bow. And
You used the spell magic on my head?
Yeah.
Kiri, you get a pretty bad headache.
No! You just took all my magic away!
You get a pretty bad headache there.
What are you doing?
No, I was asking if I could use it.
Oh, you didn't use it?
No, can I use it on her head?
You can use it on her person. You could really focus on her head if you want.
It's in my back pocket.
Don't dispel magic.
Okay, well you don't have a headache then.
Good.
but now you're not to mess with me.
Well, I can do dispel magic too, so I'll do it back to your head.
There's nothing going on up there.
Y'all continue to dispel each other's magic. Kiri, you do. I'm gonna assume he did dispel magic. You do get a pretty gnarly headache when he does that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Try to heal myself.
You didn't take any damage. It's just that
doesn't affect her. She's wearing some magic items. Does that?
No, that's not how.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, some attendants have shown you the rooms you will be staying in. They're the same rooms y'all were in before. Anything else y'all would like to do here, or y'all gonna bed down?
Same 3 rooms. Call the middle.
Yeah.
Snuggle buddies.
Snuggle buddies.
Yeah.
Okay, we all bed down for the night. And it's the next morning.
Comment that started this session. I'm a little scared.
Oh, the relationships are forming.
Let's roleplay the way we want. Uchi gets someone. I need someone too.
Inga has not chosen a room because she finds the lack of water options very displeasing.
Ushin, do you have a room that has a bathtub in it?
A room with a bathtub?
Yeah, a room and bathtub.
Ushin's actually gone. One of the attendants, does respond. He's like, we could have a tub brought.
That would be wonderful.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. We will bring one to whose room?
You can bring it to my room. Inga, you want to stay in the bathtub in my room? Or you can have your own room if you want. I don't care. If there's enough rooms. Do they have enough rooms?
Well, didn't you just say we had 2 rooms?
I thought we had 3.
Oh, okay. You said 3. I missed that. Yeah, sure. Inga, bring it to my room. Whoever's staying with Lumiki and I. Inga can stay in there too.
Inga just accepts this and walks over towards Gary.
Okay. Well then, yeah. So you guys bed
I have
down
a
and
feeling nobody else is
they
falling asleep over there.
eventually come with a tub and start filling it with very warm water. Take some probably about 3 bucket loads to get a decent amount in there. And I assume that's where Inga's sleeping?
Yes, and the moment she sits down on it, it all starts to turn black.
Sure. That said, this is a good. You still get cleaner than you've been, even though you inked it. You get a little bit cleaner. All right. Well, you guys wake up the next morning. Very uneventful overnight.
Yeah, get my spell back that I didn't mean to cast.
And what do you guys want to do?
Go get some grub and head out on the road. Heading to the High Forest.
Head to the forest, following Kiri's voices in her head, schizo
Yeah.
GPS.
Yeah, surely nothing bad will happen out there.
It'll be great.
All right, well, y'all grab a meal.
I mean, bad things seem to happen everywhere we go. We have to fight. We have to defend the forest. We gotta make sure we heal everything. Everything needs to be back in balance. Right now, these evil guys are just taking over everything, and then the nature, the people are dying, and the animals are dying, and the plants are dying.
Breathe.
Oh, sorry.
Have you been in contact with the people who've been talking to you recently? Do you know where in the high forest we're going?
The high forest is pretty big.
Do you know what tieflings sound
I
like?
asked the question.
Well, I don't know what tieflings sound like. That's a good idea. I'm gonna go meditate before we leave and see if we can reach them to know exactly where we're going. I'm gonna tell them we're coming. I go and pull out my little oak twig, and I try to reach out to the people to say exactly where do I need to go in the high forest.
Do you even know their names?
Emerald Enclave have like a post in the high forest?
I don't think it's the Emerald Enclave talking to me, but maybe it is.
But you are aware of a post, which is the Shadowtop Cathedral. It's an Emerald Enclave base.
That's like we can always head to the Emerald Enclave base. Yeah, we can go there first, but I'm gonna try to reach out and see if they can tell me where they're going.
Okay, is that just something you're walking around with and taking sips out of?
The neck is. You basically can't see if it's headless or not because that part is just in her mouth as she's walking around.
That's attractive, right there. Yeah.
She's 12 years old. She's not supposed to be attractive.
We don't know how old your species gets. I mean, it's all relative, right? I'll stop trying to justify
but she looks 12.
Yeah, I will say, Kiri, when you woke up this morning, you were actually startled awake by a sucking sensation on your face.
Oh,
what?
There was a strange. You immediately freak out. There's something stuck. There's something stuck to your face.
And I start pulling on my.
Okay, you're able to pull it off, and what it looks like you have is a. Do you have a picture, dear?
It scroll up for a while, but I'll send the picture.
There's sucking face in there.
Yeah, where's that picture?
Yeah,
I'm scrolling.
The alien face hugger.
It's not in D&D chat, so I don't know where it is.
It's in the personal DMs. I'm moving it over now.
Yeah, just put it in D&D chat. There you go.
It's about the size of a squirrel.
What is this thing?
Is that?
Yeah, it's kind of just stuck.
Oh,
it's kind of just stuck to your face, and you peeled it off like it was a slug.
Yeah, so I wake up and I'm like, ah! And I pull off my face and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so cute! What is this? What's its name? I hug it and love it and call it George.
Oh,
Inga looks over at Kiri and says, "Squid," in her head.
Squid?
Squib?
Squib or squid?
Squid.
it looks like a combination between a flying squirrel and a Minoc from Empire.
Is this your little guy that follows you around like Lumiki follows me around?
Inga nods.
I still don't know if you said squid or squib.
B.
I'm pretty sure with a B.
Okay. Hi, Squib. Nice to meet you. I'm Kiri Moonshadow.
It gives you all the feedback of a hamster.
Of a hamster. Okay. Search it behind its little tentacle-y, eerie things.
As you wake up, as it is trying to suck the soul out of your face.
It's like a squid sugar glider.
Trying to embed you with its young.
Yeah. Squib is just kind of freaking out and running. Eventually, he just kind of calms down and looks at you and starts blinking, making like a small sucking motion with its face.
Sorry, Squib, but you can't eat me. That's not a no. You can't eat me. What do you eat? I'll get you some food. Here,
you
have a good
may not notice that it was specifically sucking around the area where your horns had started bleeding again.
What?
It's a blood sucker.
Oh, I'm bleeding again? Aww.
No, you're not bleeding. You're fine. You did have some scabs though. Just trying to get it that.
Weird.
Yeah, so you hand her a little bloodsucker back to her. It just kind of crawls inside of her hoodie.
Quick question.
Yep.
At what point in the night does this happen? And does it wake me up? And do I not get my long rest because there's yelling in the next room?
No, this
That
is
was in the morning.
This is in the morning.
Okay.
This is in the morning. Y'all,
I was about to be very upset at this little critter.
these walls are solid rock. It's hard to hear between them. But yeah, eventually you guys make your way out. Y'all grab some breakfast, get out to the stable, get your horses together.
What was for breakfast? I feel like that's always been described for us. What's for breakfast?
Well, you're right. You're very right. Breakfast.
Is there bacon?
What's up?
I said, is there bacon?
There's always bacon in my universe.
There's always.
Okay.
Of course there was bacon.
We have to defend.
There was even crispy bacon. There was soft bacon. Some people enjoy it like that.
Yep.
There was burnt bacon.
Yeah.
So it was all covered, depending upon what you like there.
I
Yeah, you like burnt bacon?
Some people like it burnt.
I like it
My
on the
daughter-
edge.
Taylor loves burnt bacon.
Like
It's
it
so
burnt?
funny.
Straight carbon. Just
I like
call it a day.
I like my bacon where it
bacon?
melts. I want it to
like
melt.
sloppy bacon. So it's like I have to cook bacon at different, like take it off at different times. It's funny.
Yeah, I like it to melt.
Yeah.
When I put it in my
I
mouth,
think-
but not be burnt.
Yeah, it has to be like just at the point where it's first started becoming crispy, but
In other
Yeah.
words,
too
it
far.
was done in an
I
oven.
agree 100%. All right, so
Oven bacon.
Anyway,
in the morning as we're eating.
Sorry,
Hey, Ash,
sorry to keep
since
this sidetracked.
since you keep track of all our stuff, do you think we need to ask Yushine to fill up stuff for, like, feed for the horses and for the goats and make sure we have extra food for us and stuff? We probably should
And
buy
water
that
for the
stuff.
trough.
And water for the. Well, we already got water in the trough yesterday, but we probably should ask Yushine and pay for some of that stuff. Don't you think we need to restock?
She's cleaner now, though.
We don't need to bother Ushin with. We just asked the stable hand to get us some water and some feed. Should not be an issue.
So I just want to make sure we did that.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Stable hand's like 50 gold.
We
Yeah,
need to-
they'll sell you the stuff
Some
at
rations
a
for
half
us.
price if y'all want to buy whatever you want.
Okay. What Ash takes care of
As
the-
far as feed
Fill up.
and stuff like that's concerned.
How are we on rations? Did we pick up any additional rations with Inga?
Yeah, those are saying we need to buy some rations.
Again, y'all can buy those at about half price here if you'd like.
Yeah, I say we stock up.
Yeah, so they y'all kind of hit up the supply room, and they'll sell you everything you need at half handbook value for general adventure and supplies.
How?
oh wait,
Oh,
I need a fresh rapier.
Oh, you do?
oh, that's a good call.
I'm sure.
That's
Good
something
call
they'd be-
indeed.
Be
Absolutely.
happy to help me with this.
Yeah, you can go to the armory. They will charge you, but again, it's half price.
How much does it cost?
A rapier?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, let's look on her inventory. Where is your rapier? Oh, I see it. Well organized.
I don't know.
25 gold. So you can get one for, we'll just say 12 gold.
Is
Can
it
you
one?
fix that for me?
Is it one attendant that has been handling all this for us, by the way, or?
No, y'all are kind of going to the various different areas
Shoot.
yourselves and inquiring.
I was gonna get it for us a little cheaper. I was hoping.
Yeah, your rapier is now good to go. You have a new one.
All right, I subtracted the gold. So it's fixed now, right? Thank you.
Yes, yeah, your
Gracias.
melee weapon attack.
I see it.
attacks. I just left your old rapier.
I mean, that's.
So,
I
Strike,
would have
are
whipped
you
it with them.
are you buying for Wagon Master?
Working on it.
And just however
How
y'all
much-
want to.
How many days of ration should we have per person? We have 22 in there right now.
I mean, y'all won't. Y'all are going
Well,
to the
how-
high forest.
I was about to say we're going a ways out there. How many
That's
can
okay.
we carry?
So I think we should have like a week's worth, but then I'm like, oh crap, weeks are like 10 days long here or something.
Well, So y'all want 10 days of ration for each person?
So 60 rations?
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Probably not a good idea. So just go ahead and say you
not a good
buy
idea?
Strike. Just go ahead and price out 40 at half price.
I guess the bloodsucker will just go after the stuff around it.
Well, no, that'll be 60 rations.
All right. 10 silver or gold. So that's 8 gold. About 2 barrels full of water. Or gold apiece. It's 10 gold. I want to see if they have a poisoner's kit.
They do not.
I don't think members of justice often need poisoning kits.
They didn't have my ink so I could scribe my spells. They're not going to have a poisoner's kit.
Never know. Alright. Anything else you guys think that we should need?
It's our adventurous spirit and the road ahead of us until it stops because we're going to the forest.
Okay, so that was 100 silver worth of rations, right? Or 10 gold.
No, it's 8 gold worth.
8. How many?
40 silver.
40 silver.
They're 5 silver apiece. I'll say it's 2.5.
You bought. Oh, you bought 40 rations, right? Yeah, so that's 5 silver a piece. Is 40 at 5 is 200. Divided by half is 100 silver.
Which is 10 gold.
All right, 10 gold plus
Yeah.
2 gold for the 2 barrels.
Y'all buying 2 barrels. Water barrels?
2 barrels full of water.
Okay.
Is that going to be enough? Should we have 3?
Y'all strapped up. What do you got the trough? She seems to be.
Okay, and that's full right now.
Sure.
All right.
Again, I must tell y'all, mechanically, there's no need for her character to have water, but roleplay wise, that's between you and her.
It's way too fun not to. I'm sorry.
Again, mechanically, last night, Riggin, or night before last, Riggin was fine, but roleplay wise, that's what I'm talking about.
Riggin?
Yeah, when I was passing out, falling unconscious. Mechanically, I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta learn to have fun with it.
In that universe, everything tastes like bacon. Ain't that right, Riggin?
Okay, so you guys are heading out?
Yep, heading to the Emerald Enclave in the High Forest.
Alright, so Kiri, if you would like to try to navigate there, you may give me survival checks. Or whoever wants to try to make survival checks to find their way there. That's a good first check there.
I know nothing about it, so.
Yeah. And I was going to tell her with advantage, but because she's trying to get to the Emerald Enclave, but no advantage needed on that particular roll.
Kiri just knows.
Kiri does.
Do you know the way?
Know. Kiri knows the way.
And again, I would like to look for herbs along the way.
Yeah, so you guys have 1 day of successful travel. You guys leave out of Summon Hall heading back south and start making your way down some smaller branching roads, trying to move east, kind of down into the lower plains areas and traveling through. This area is pretty sparsely populated. It's mostly grasslands. And it seems to be, scattered different homesteads every couple miles with, large farms. Strike, you're doing your rolls? Yeah. And y'all are doing a normal pace, right? Travel?
Yeah. And I'll help you too, Strike. I don't mind.
Alright, let me start over.
Sorry, yeah, even though Kiri's, she can help look for herbs, though she's like, go straight, turn right.
Yeah. So, Kira, go ahead and give me another survival check. You guys have 1 day of travel. Pretty uneventful. Oh, gosh, I gotta see it. Oh, okay. And again, Kira, you feel like you know exactly which way you're going. On the second day, y'all wake up, and you quickly see this forest ahead as y'all approach. It just seems like, good grief, like an endless wall of forest that y'all begin to approach up to. It takes you most of the second day, and you get to the face of the forest by, let's say, early afternoon. Pretty uneventful travel through this area of grasslands. You did not see hardly any traffic. You maybe met, or maybe even passed, one or two people during this day of travel. And yeah, eventually you approach the edge of the forest, where the trail you were on seems to somewhat go through, but it does not look very well traveled at all.
So it doesn't look well traveled, but I still feel like I know exactly where I'm going.
I mean, you've never been here, but you feel like, based off the things you've heard, like, this is probably the right way to get to Shadowtop.
Okay.
Y'all continue on into the forest?
The way, lead on.
Alright, you guys continue in. Very quickly, almost all light from above is cut out. There's occasional shafts that shoot through that reach down to the forest floor. There's not a lot of vegetation growth along the ground. That said, there's a decent amount of smaller shrubs, maybe ankle to shin high, along the forest floor. But most of it is grasses. That this thick canopy above seems to provide or block a lot of the light necessary.
Hey guys! It's a new month. We're not in Iliant anymore. We're in High Harvest Tide now.
You did it.
Wait, High Harvest Tide has 1 day in it?
1 day.
Okay, we're past that because I'm pretty sure we went to another month now.
Y'all are in Marpenoth.
Are we on the 1st of Marpenoth?
I believe so. Yeah, y'all got there on the 29th. Y'all left Summit Hall on the 30th. No, y'all are on the 1st right now. Yeah, the 1st of Harvest Tide. As you enter the forest.
1st of Harvest Tide?
Yes, as you enter the forest.
Okay.
So you guys travel for the rest of the day, and eventually are overcome by night, where you look around and try to make a camp. The forest definitely feels like it is alive at all times. You always get a sensation that you're being watched. Your sixth sense is always tingling.
Can I ask a question just so I get a more of a theater of the mind question? Are we talking like, am I visualizing like a big like redwood forest or like a more sparse forest with thinner trees?
No, the trees are not that big. Most of the trees are probably about 2 to 3 arm lengths in diameter. I mean, think like a large oak you'd find around here. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That said, they are the canopy is about 20-30 feet high.
Yeah,
but they're so tight and intermingled that not a lot of light is making it through.
Okay, so it's a really densely packed.
Very dense, and the undergrowth is not that high, so you're able to move between these trees pretty easily. Because at this point, the trail is pretty much dissipated, but Carrie is still leading you guys in the way she feels is the right way.
The wagon's able to make it without a...
Yeah, there's not a lot of... I mean, you're hitting the occasional route, but this is the Wagon Master 5000.
Yeah.
So it was definitely built for some decent travel. It doesn't have to be on, cobblestone the entire time. This isn't the Wagon Master 1000, which is... So they don't put Master in the name. That's just the wagon.
The wagon. The Wagon 1000.
The wagon. The Wagon Master actually doesn't start until the 2500 range. Little Wagon Master.
Anyway, thank you for clarifying that. I figure if we get into combat... No, freeze, I'm serious. Thank you for clarifying that, because if we get into combat out here, I imagine it's going to be a bunch of bobbing and weaving, so...
again, it's pretty open on the floor, but there's lots of places for cover. And that's not to say that everything is perfectly dense. Every now and then, you guys find a
glade hatch.
A glade or a clearing, and in these glades, the grass is run wild. Like it's very tall grass, and flowers all along the borders. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
These are beautifully blooming glades with just a myriad of plant life.
I'm home.
There are tons of insects flying around. None of them are biting insects. Like, you're not being assaulted, but there's just tons of insects all over the place. Birds fluttering all through the woods. As you guys are kicking through, small things like rabbits and squirrels are constantly scurrying out of the way. This forest is very alive with life. Even much larger animals. You spook up multiple, deer and, prey animals like that. All over the place. And you also, you see some other, predatory animals like, as you guys near closer tonight, you definitely hear the howling of wolves, off in the distance. But this is very alive forest, constantly in motion, and very unlike any forest that is near or have been touched by man. Kiri, you do constantly get a feeling of warmth and serenity while you're in here. That this is exactly like you said, you feel home for the first time in a long time. Just at peace.
Used to be parts of my home forest that I grew up in.
Yeah, and just you have a connection to the wood and to the sensations coming off all the nature around you. So you guys make camp for the first night while you're in the forest. Again, you don't really have an idea of how deep in to the forest Shadowtop is. How do you guys set up camp?
In a 30-foot radius with my bubble.
You go use the bubble? Okay.
It's very specific.
Any fire or anything, or?
I build a fire after I make that. They both.
No!
I'm gone?
I'm disconnected.
Disconnected from Fantasy Grounds.
It's a bye-bye.
Really?
Bye, Felicia.
One moment, because I can still pull up everything. Notes.
Okay. So you're disconnected.
Your pictures disappeared.
Right,
Don't change anything. Be careful.
No, y'all might want to close it and reopen.
All right.
Yeah, I'm on it.
I'm going to meditate tonight again to see if I can talk to the voices in my head.
Absolutely. Give me a nature check with advantage. Yeah, Kiri, you have never been able to get a clearer mind in the past couple of years. You're quickly able to pull out of your body and enter your consciousness into the earth around you. You feel all things. The abundance of life in this area is insane. You thought you saw a lot with your eyes, but what you can feel when when you meditate, there's life everywhere. I mean, you guys are surrounded by, tons of small creatures all over the place that, frankly, are, they're cautious and wary of you, but y'all aren't disturbing them. They're doing their thing. The circle of abundance that this forest is providing for them is unlike anything you've ever felt, frankly. You almost feel like you can travel through this forest, hopping through the connections bound between all the creatures as your consciousness drifts along. And eventually, you are contacted by a very familiar voice, who identifies you as Kiwi. You're here.
I'm here. I made it to the forest, and I don't know exactly where you are in the forest. I'm heading to the Emerald Enclave's hold, but I don't know where you are.
Oh, you're going to... What's that place called?
I forget, and you said it a second ago, and I already forget.
Shadowtop Cathedral.
Or the Shadowtop Cathedral.
Oh, yeah. I know that place.
Is that a good place to go to? Me too.
Probably not for us. They don't like us very much there.
Why don't they like you? Why wouldn't they like you? What's your name?
They're a little...
Now I can talk to you now.
Well,
what's your name?
They're a little... They got sticks up their butts. You know?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess I get what you're saying. So where should I go to meet you?
My name is, my name is Beetlesong.
Beetlesong? Nice to meet you, Beetlesong.
Hi.
Where do I need to go to meet you?
We can meet you near there. We're close to there. Where are you at now?
And I try to describe it as best I can, like a day's travel into the forest or whatever. Heading towards it.
Hold on. Hold on. Oh, no, you need to... Okay, hold on. No, you need to come to us.
Okay, we'll come to you.
Just start heading southwest. We'll send someone to guide you.
Okay, who are you going to send? Hey, I have a really dumb question. This is really weird, and don't be upset if this is wrong, but by any chance, because somebody was asking me earlier when I had it in my head, and then I talked to Herod, and he was a priest, and then he said something about tiefling. Are you not a tiefling, are you?
A tiefling? No.
I didn't think so. Okay, fine.
I
don't think there's anything wrong with tieflings. I was just confused.
A pixie.
Oh, you're a pixie.
What? Ooh, someone's going to get a pixie in a jar.
What? Somebody's gonna get killed.
We're not all pixies, though. That's just what I am.
Okay.
I can speak to you in your dreams.
Cool. So who are you gonna send to meet us so I know who to look for?
What? I mean, I don't really know their names. I should ask. They're gonna be fireflies.
Fireflies? Okay.
Yeah. I don't know any of their names, though.
It's okay. I can ask them.
You find out. I'll ask, too.
And I totally understand what you're saying. I guess not everybody at the Emerald Enclave really likes pixies or whatever. I get what you're saying. I had a problem here. I had to rescue a pixie away from one. Be careful. There's this big guy with me named Stug, and he's helpful and he can defend things and he's strong and stuff. But I don't know. Sometimes he's not like the nicest guy. And he had a pixie in a jar, and it was really made me sad.
Yeah, a pixie in a jar.
Wait, I got it. Don't worry, I got it, and then I returned her to the forest.
Why
he didn't capture her. He found her. He found her in a shop. He didn't do it. He didn't do it himself.
He bought her?
And then I took it and I returned her. to the forest.
He did what? He's with you?
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
No, I feel the same way.
Hmm.
He's very helpful, and he's defeated a lot of bad guys.
Hmm. We'll take care of him.
I know. I might just make him more mad, but he probably deserves it.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna deserve it. Well, you come on and make your way here. Well, like I said, the fireflies will meet you soon. They're on the way.
By the way, Beetle-san, do you happen to know what these things coming out of my head are?
Wait. Oh no. You really need to hurry.
What? Okay, we're hurrying. Why?
Oh boy. Yeah, just really hurry.
Oh, okay.
All right, and she disconnects, and you mentally travel back into your body. No headache or anything this time though.
Oh, good.
Spell magic on. Just kidding.
So you guys spend the rest of your night. Stug spends most of his time like huddled around his pack fighting off the squirrels. And yes, some rabbits and additional squirrels and like some crows and various
rabbits
birds.
big enough. I would probably try to grab it to eat.
They're trying to break into Wagon Master throughout the night, get at some of the food.
We're under siege.
It's not a coordinated attack. They definitely scatter whenever y'all approach.
They're definitely targeting Stug more than anybody else.
Nah, he's got some good stuff in his pack. They're trying to. They're going for a little bit everybody.
I thought this was Beetle-Song's work. Okay, gotcha.
No.
Trying to protect Wagon Master. Going through our stuff.
Probably trying to protect the bacon that you stashed in your pack.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you actually awake, Carrie, early in the morning to a large swarm of fireflies that is just kind of
on the first of Marpinon.
Yes, spinning kind of right above your head.
Good morning, fireflies! Thanks for coming to lead us.
Yeah, you don't hear anything.
I cast Speak with Animals.
Okay, you are. Does that let you speak with all animals?
I don't know. Why not?
Comprehend, verbally communicate with the beast. Yes. Okay, this is what we needed. You are onslaughted or
onslaughted.
You are onslaughted. Say the word. Someone. My brain's crap. Thank you.
But you're beset by something. Just change it. This is getting confusing.
This is bad. You're barraged by words. Hundreds of voices eventually enter your head. They're all hi. They're like follow us. It's just
it's normal Carrie speak. Come on.
This is a swarm. Carrie, this is a swarm. They are all like hi, and some of them are like, what are we doing? It's like look at my butt.
Amazing.
Just an absolute swarm. You're like, this was a bad idea.
Got a headache now.
Like, quiet! I can't hear all of you at the same time.
Yeah, they do not quiet at all. Actually, they all go. Shh. You hear 100 shh at the same time, and then they start apologizing, like, sorry. Eventually, they get kind of quiet.
Good morning. Can
hi. They all say hi. Just swarm like 100 highs.
Gosh.
Again, they're kind of orbiting and flying around in this contiguous mass
I'm
together.
gonna get my friends up, and we'll head out very soon. They're gonna want to eat breakfast.
Oh, look at my butt! Look at my butt!
It's a very nice glowy butt.
A whole bunch of thank yous. Like, yeah, thank you. They eventually swarm back to follow us.
Are we
Okay,
all
well,
awake?
yeah, Kiri starts shaking everyone awake.
Hey guys, wake up! The fireflies are here to lead us on. We gotta go.
And
You gotta wake up.
You guys do see like a large
Whoa.
swarm of fireflies.
Shalon, burn them! They're everywhere!
Believe my eyes.
Shalon, do you cast fireball?
5 million fireflies.
Yeah, you'd estimate there's probably about 200-300 maybe in this. What is a big old pile of fireflies? Let's just say 500. There are exactly 500 fireflies. Would you like to know their names?
Yes, I would.
You just yelled from another room that he eats a firefly.
There are 499 fireflies.
Even with us, but he's in another room and heard. I eat a firefly.
Are we all awake at this point?
Yes, you're all awake.
Is Kiri stated her desire to
The
chase
swarm
these
is just kind of
fireflies?
enveloping upon itself.
I talked to Beetlesong last night, and she told me they're going to lead me to where we need to meet them outside of the cathedral, the Shadowtop Cathedral. They're going to meet me there, and the fireflies are leading us exactly where. So they're kind of like our light to follow.
All right. Before we endeavor forward, I have something to say to all of us. Brothers and sisters, lend me your ears and hearken to my words. Here stand we at the edge of the wood, whose borders reflect the precipice of adventure. Our fortunes interwoven with the vicissitudes of fate. Amidst any turmoil we should encounter, we shall triumph yet again. So once more into the breach, my friends. Onward, I say, for no adversary may undermine our stalwart resolve, our resolute persistence, or our undaunting courage in the face of whatever odds we face. For against any adversary, we shall endure.
Just tell me how many temporary hit points. Is it 10 now?
It's 10.
How many people?
Amazing.
I think you do, right?
I think it's everyone. 1 sec.
There's a number.
Choose up to 6 friendly creatures.
Okay, 6 of the fireflies are really inspired.
Oh, God. You get to choose.
Fortunately.
Oh, you get to choose?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to choose 6 of the fireflies? I'll give you their names. Okay, y'all have your 10 temporary hit points.
I really hope
The fireflies, by the
just
way, the entire time
zap.
you were doing your speech, they were like acting out the your words, like forming different various shapes. Yeah, they were like, yeah.
By the way, I think I've settled into my style for these. I think I'm going to stick with the Winston Churchill style throughout, if that's okay with everyone.
Nice, yeah, good with me. Winston Churchill, the bard.
All right, well, you guys are really inspired. Looking forward to the day.
Woohoo!
Shall mount up and follow the fire. Kiri, you're being onslaughted
Kiri,
by 500 full voices. They're like, follow me, all at the same time.
please take the lead of the wagon. Get in front. We'll follow behind you.
Kiri actually sounds like this.
How can she see where she's going?
Is Kiri sitting up with you guys on the wagon?
I hope she's in front of the wagon, riding Lumiki.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Well, you guys lead on, and the fireflies start leading you deeper into the forest, and you get the general idea y'all are heading southwest. You guys travel for the entirety of the next day. You get the vibe these fireflies can move a lot faster than y'all can. As they often zip off. Like, they'll fly away in the middle of following you guys. They're like, oh, look at. They're like looking at like just random little things. And then all of a sudden they're like, no, we gotta lead them. And the whole pack like comes back. You think these fireflies get distracted very easily. So that happens a couple times. And you're like, wait, where are they going? And then all of a sudden they'll fly back after they've examined whatever it was that pulled them away. Often some like like squirrel like hanging by a branch or something, and they want to go watch and check them out. It's little things.
Gotcha.
Sometimes it's a butterfly, and they'll swarm this poor little butterfly. Just look at it. They don't harm it.
They're climbing a tree.
Yeah, but you can hear the butterfly. He's like, ah! Ah! Like completely freaking out.
Pretty good.
It's hard to make out all these voices, but yeah, you're getting it done. But yeah, you guys stop and make camp again for another night. Much to the despair of these fireflies, who get a little tired after a while and start to land, and they land all over Wagon Master and make him he looks like a beautiful starry wagon with all these little lights all over him. And
I did put that steel skull on the front of Wagon Master. Maybe two of the.
You put what now?
Firefly, the skull I bought. I put it on the front of the Wagon
Oh,
Master.
they like
Maybe
the
two
eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they 100% are like, look at this. And they start making funny little faces with him. Like a group of them will line up to be his mouth.
Wait, what did he put there?
The metal skull.
He's got a skull, yeah.
Oh.
And so about 50 fireflies work in unison. They kind of start talking with the skull. They're his mouth, lighting his eyes, and the bottom part of them moving rapidly, flying around as his mouth. But yeah, they take a little rest too, and your entire camp is just completely lit by these various fireflies at all times. There's so many of them. But then yeah, you guys have another safe rest for the night. Again, there's creatures out there, and some that y'all are like, wow, that was probably pretty big. But they're because of Kiri, your little dome, they're not interacting with you guys or coming near you. And you guys wake up the next morning and have another day of travel. About
Sisters, lend me your ears. Do you remember the speech I gave yesterday?
Yeah.
Let us recall that every morning until we encounter an enemy. So I don't have to write one every single day of travel. That's it. Please.
That's a good idea.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not removing your hit points. Y'all are good.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Y'all are fine.
During this travel, will I be able to look for herbs along the way?
Yes, both days. You will have advantage without Kiri's help.
Okay.
So go ahead and do it for 2 more days of travel.
I gotta set up a quick bar.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of days of travel. 8 hours a day though, Strike, okay? So yeah, that said, after the second day of travel, about late afternoon, you guys arrive, and what you arrive to is you see eventually the pathway kind of starts the forest growth starts to get much thicker around you, and the walls start to kind of form along this path, which is just wide enough for Wagon Master 5000, which uses standard wagon width, set down by the Roman chariots, obviously.
Of course.
Of course. It's good to standardize these things. Just wide enough to fit Wagon Master down. And eventually an entire canopy is formed above you guys. Looks like very thick ivy has grown. And y'all seem to be in a tunnel with almost no light. It looks extremely dark. Y'all can't see anything except for those with dark vision. And then all of a sudden the fireflies that are before you start to attach themselves to the top of this canopy. And they light it up and continue to move with you guys. So the canopy is lit ahead, and then as y'all pass through, the fireflies in the back fly forward and light up the front of the canopy ahead of you guys like a rolling swarm as they sit and kind of take rest all along the edges and the top of this ivy canopy. That's about 15 feet high. So the top of the wagon master is maybe about let's say 5 feet from it. Yeah, 4 or 5 feet from the top of this canopy. So you guys are walking through this beautifully lit canopy, and eventually, huh?
That's pretty nice. Even Stug would admit that.
Yeah. This is a nice.
Thanks, Fireflies. I appreciate you lighting it up for everybody.
Yeah. Also, as they seem to travel through and land, various flowers within the ivy are blooming. When the fireflies land and start illuminating, the flowers.
Balanos?
What's up?
You happen to know Balanos? Because he always had fireflies that followed him around.
Yeah, they respond, nope. Okay,
just wondering.
Yeah, and so these flowers are just all different colors of blues and dark purples, very vibrant reds, soft little pinks, and yellows all throughout. Are just opening right when the fireflies are laying next to them, and then as the fireflies behind the wagon master kind of peel off to go, you see them close kind of back up. The petals rapidly close back up. And y'all continue through that for probably about an hour through this archway. Not at a super fast pace. Y'all kind of stop to soak in the sight, but it's a decent amount of time. And then eventually y'all are opened up into a very wide open glade, probably several hundred feet across.
Random question. Will sound stupid, but does mean something. What language are the fireflies speaking? Are they speaking Sylvan or Common?
They're speaking in Beast.
Beast.
She is speaking to them with a spell called Speak to Beast. So they are not speaking Sylvan.
Are they able to understand what anyone else is saying?
If you'd like to try to talk to them?
No. I need to know for posterity, because we have 500 of these things swarming around, and if we have to do something, I just want to...
You would assume no more than an untrained animal would understand Common?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Kiri, the noise Kiri's actually making is when she's talking.
Firefly dialect.
Yeah, and that's what you hear when they talk back is.
My parents said these classes would be useless, but look at me now, Mom.
So, what language is it that you have that you're inquiring about?
No, I do speak Sylvan. But I was
yeah. Well, Sylvan is similar to, but Sylvan's actually.
Yes.
It's a little different.
The additional inflection on the marvelous.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. So no, this is not Sylvan. Sadly, she is continually casting Speak with Beast to hold these conversations.
Yep.
I'm imagining.
I would.
Yeah. And so, to continue on, and it opens up to a very wide glade. It's lit with a warm orange light from the setting sun. Only about maybe half of it has sunlight lit on it. In the middle is a large oak tree that's surrounded by just, shin-high grass all on the sides and beds of flowers all over the place. You do, Kiri, see immediately as you walk up, you see a female dryad that seems to be tending to the oak. She seems to be kind of guiding a branch of ivy or a vine of ivy kind of along one of the branches. You notice in a manner that will allow the ivy to grow, but to not cause it to not wrap so tight that it harms or damages the oak in any way.
Hi, Mistress Dryad. Hi, my name is Carrie Moonshadow, and I've been called to come here to visit you, and I finally arrived.
She slowly, like, she continues what she's doing as you guys approach, and then ever so slowly turns and looks, and she says, "Oh, are you Beetle Song's friend?"
Yep, Beetle Song. She's been calling to me, saying that you all need me here, and that you could help me fix everything and what's going on and help.
Yes. And she looks at you, and you see her stop tending the ivy and come down and put her hand kind of over your head. It's like, "Oh, little one, I'm sure you're quite frightened." And all of a sudden, zipping along the side, you see a little dart of light zip through and fly through the fireflies, and kind of bust through. She's much larger, and there's a little small humanoid figure with a tiny. She looks like a little tiny elf with wings. She's probably about half a foot tall, but she's glowing. Got a decent bright light coming off of her, and what seems to be dust and some like flower petals flying off of her dress. And she busts over, and runs like right into your face, like flies right at your face, and like hugs your fugs, and she's like, "Kiwi!" Smack, and she just smacks into your face, and you kind of roll with it and fall down prone. And she's like, "You made it!"
I'm not frightened. The Dryad said I'm frightened. Why would I be frightened?
She's like, and even Beetle Song, she's like, "Oh no! She's like, "Oh, well, child, your changes have begun."
Oh, yeah. What? I do have changes. These things I don't know what's happening to me. I'm not really frightened. I'm confused. I'm curious. What's going on?
She's like, "Well, these things were inevitable."
What was inevitable?
You are... Well, what do you know of your parents?
Called it. Your dad wasn't your dad.
Okay, so my parents, oh my gosh, hold on. They're Linton and Rosanna Moonshadow. My father was a very kind and warm-hearted man, and he worked very hard, and he carved furniture and mugs and plates and things like that, and he told me all about the life of the trees and the age and the height, and I learned all kinds of stuff from him. And my mama, Rosanna, she's very soft-spoken, and she had fun, like, adding all kinds of colors and unusual designs. She did pottery and stuff, and she painted constellations on all kinds of mugs. We like to go and look out at the sky together, and then that's what I know about my parents.
Yeah, she's like, "No, child, not your foster parents.
What?
Your birth parents."
I thought those were my birth parents.
Way to break the news.
Yeah, she looks and you see a confusion, and she's like,
I mean, Balanos helped raise me too.
Foolish Balanos.
Ooh, your mama two-timing?
Oh, that is... He never told you.
No, told me No, I don't think no.
Oh. Well, your parents were... Well... They were not halflings, child.
My parents weren't. I'm not a halfling.
No.
But I'm like short and little, and I can talk to people in my head. And
parents were a deep, ancient, magical race. This world, well, I guess there's a name for them. We call them the Atral.
What do you call them?
The Atral. You are a fey creature, my child.
I'm part fey?
Oh.
How do you spell Atral?
Atrial.
Like atrial? As in like
fib? What?
Yeah, like aphib, like Atrial?
Yes.
I had no idea. I don't know. I just thought that the Moon Shadows, that's my name, and that's where...
Well, they are your parents. They
Of course they're my parents.
Raise you. They just did not birth you.
Oh.
You
yeah,
are
Balinus
strange.
never told me.
Well, you were given into Balinus's care, and I guess he did what he thought was best to give you a normal life.
Sounds like he was just lazy.
But he didn't realize something. It was his presence that was suppressing your, well, changes, keeping you safe.
Balinus kept me from changing?
Probably not knowingly. But yes.
Oh.
Yes, he did. So too did living a life apart from the Feywild.
Oh. So what does this mean? What changes are happening?
Well, this is just the start as she kind of taps one of your hordes.
What is that?
They're antlers, my dear.
Antlers? I'm growing antlers?
Yes.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yes, indeed. I'm sure you've noticed some other affinities for magic.
Yeah, I could suddenly cast Dancing Lights and Tasha's Hideous Laughter. And I can suddenly see in the dark, too.
Oh, yes. Indeed. Yeah, and Beetle Song's like, yeah, like this! Stug, give me a... give me a wisdom save.
Save?
Yeah.
Get him.
Yeah, Stug falls over in insane laughter. All Beetlesong did was she flew up to and she was like, Stug drops to his knees and just is fast, like he's just broken out into laughter. Just rolling around. These are good stomach chuckles.
Clanking in his armor, just.
Yeah, so Beetlesong comes up to you, and she says, Kiwi, I was
I was the one that found you all those years ago.
Found me when? What do you mean?
Oh, well, back in the Feywilds, there was a fire and we had to flee. Your parents didn't escape. Their home was burned. But you weren't there. And I found you, but I couldn't move you. You were so heavy. You were even heavy then. I'm not very strong. But I got some friends of the forest to help, and they moved you. We had to run, and we came through an escape, and we had to leave the Feywild. But that's when I came here, and well, we didn't know what to do with you, and well, Ingra here, she knew Balanos, and she said it would be best if he raised you.
Ingra, that's the name of the dryad here?
Yes, child. My name is Ingra.
Nice to meet you, Ingra. Yeah, Balanos helped raise me with my parents. He taught me all about the forest. And that's why I became a druid. And he sent me out. He told me I had his little acorn had to sprout and I had to spread my own roots.
Oh, that Balanos. Well, he did right by you. I can see why he wanted you to have a chance at a normal life. The forest are always in danger.
We gotta save the forest.
There's
so much
the forces
going on.
of men are always encroaching. They've forgotten. And
Some of them have forgotten. The animals are not doing so well outside of the forest.
Yes, and I must admit, that is why we called you here too.
To do what?
There is more at play in the valley. A great evil is being brought about in the Somber Hills. He is in disguise.
Who's in disguise? We found the water cold and the earth golem, and she just tells everything. Everybody else knows. So.
He is only known as the Evil Eye. He has even manipulated these cultists themselves. They think they are serving the elements, and these elementals themselves think that they will gain power, but they are all being manipulated. He is going to bring about destruction.
The Evil Eye is making the elementals on the elemental plane think that they're going to get power. And the elemental plane, those guys are coming out and they're starting the cultists in their world, and really they're all just working for the Evil Eye?
He is the motor behind it all. They, the elemental princes, always long for more power. He has simply given them a spark. He has brought forces from our world and manipulated their minds. He has shown them how to bring the princes across.
The princes? What princes? Well, the elemental princes?
Yes. They will
Would one of them be Old Hydra?
Yes. Hydra is one. She is the princess of water, and all the evil it can wrought.
Well, water isn't always evil.
No.
Water's good. We need water.
No. Nor does she exclusively control. But she does bring destruction.
How do we stop them, Ingra? We've been doing as much as we can.
Those on this side that try to bring them through. They cannot enter our world of their own volition. There must be helpers. And that is what the Evil Eye has provided. The minds of men are fragile, especially minds as those. There is another actor I still can't see. They wield weapons of great power, unspeakable power, that seem to have come from the plains themselves. I know not how these weapons came to be.
So there's weapons? Sending weapons over?
They are sending weapons, but there are conduits. There's a catalyst required.
Stuck still screaming, like laughing on the ground.
We found a weapon.
Make a wisdom save, Stug.
We found a weapon, Ingra, and from one of the Medusas that we caught.
Stug, you're good. Yeah, that joke wasn't that funny after all. Yeah,
still haggard, really.
Yeah, you stand up. Stug, give me a dex save.
Sure.
You mean something as simple as a weapon like this? I show the weapons that we have.
Stug, you try to walk, but you instantly trip and fall flat on your face.
Stupid.
You know you deserve it.
What'd you say, Kiri?
I asked if the weapon we found from the Medusa or whatever. If she's talking about weapons like that.
I think Stug has that. Weapons. Is that something you're
I'm pointing to Stug, yeah.
Yeah, I have it.
Do you show her Iron Fang?
I was trying. I'm still down on the ground.
Well, use half your movement speed and pick yourself up.
You're
embarrassing us.
Embarrassing us.
That's amazing.
I take it from the harness and like one of these.
Yeah, her eyes, which are like these dark indigo glows, kind of show a faint flash as you pull it out. She's like, how did you come across that?
We defeated the... Which person did that one come from?
Cut off the head of a Medusa.
Yeah, we got that one off of the Medusa. When we defeated the Stone Cold.
Still called Prophet of the Earth. I don't think we defeated the Stone Cold.
There's another level.
Oh, there's another level, right.
This weapon is the key.
Oh, that'd be key.
To the plane of the earth. All I know is that the portals they are creating are created with this weapon.
We probably shouldn't sell it.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't sell that, guys.
We're gonna sell it? I'm liking this thing.
It has 3 other brothers and sisters. I have felt them.
There's 4 of these swords?
It's a pig.
I do not know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I do not know what forms they take.
Probably fire, water, and wind to get to the elemental planes.
But I
Does
know
it
they
require
are
all
being
of them together?
Oh, each one's to one of the elemental planes. It's like a key.
I thought each plane was actually connected.
I think these mysteries you must unravel yourselves. Kiri, I brought you here to help you. To help guide your growth.
Thanks, I appreciate it. We need all the help we can get.
You left abruptly and suddenly and, well...
I didn't leave abruptly and suddenly.
No. From Balanos.
I didn't leave abruptly. We talked about it for a long time. He sent me on my way.
Long is quite different in my time than yours. But you will see. You will see. That said, and she kind of pulls you aside, come with me, child, from the others.
Okay.
And I will be right back.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
She says, I can help you grow in whatever way you wish, child. I can nurture your changes, or I can stunt them.
Well, what exactly are the changes going to be?
Well, the horns are just the beginning. There are other features that you may think to be a hindrance in normal society. They would definitely draw attention.
Like what?
Well, child, you don't even have your wings yet.
What? I'm gonna get wings?
If you continue on the path of growth you are on.
Why wouldn't I want wings? That sounds amazing!
Well, child, many folks in this world view us creatures of the forest, of the Fey wilds, with envy, contempt, and fear. We are not understood. They do not appreciate balance. I am sure you know this to be true.
I know it to be true, but I can help teach the world to understand that there's balance there. I can represent everyone. I can reach out to them. That's why I'm part of the Emerald Enclave, to help bring the balance. That's what my work is.
This bravery. This does not come from Balanos, did it?
I don't know. Why wouldn't it? He sent me out to, like I said, to spread my own roots.
No, I think this is from your other parents. Maybe your true parents. It is a good thing.
From the Moon Shadows?
Indeed.
Yeah, they didn't fear anything. They were good friends with Balanos.
Indeed. This is a good thing. I think the forest, nay, all the Fae, could use someone like you. We often like to seclude and hide ourselves, and well, I am guilty of it too. For we feel the wrath of men and the other races, and what they bring. The mortals are, well, they live such tiny lives. How can they understand the workings of a millennia?
I'm gonna live for a millennia?
My dear, you are not like other races. If it is what you wish, these magics can be allowed to bloom within you.
Why wouldn't I want it? I need to be who I'm supposed to be. That's what Balanos sent me out to do, is to find myself, and I think I'm finding myself now.
I too am happy this is the decision you have made. But I felt I must at least offer it to you.
I need to be who I am.
Very
and
well.
that's Carrie Moonshadow. Child of the Moonshadows, of Linton and Rosanna, and child of, mentor of my Balanos. And then apparently I had other parents I didn't know. I'd like to learn about them. Do you know their names?
Sadly, I did not. I did not have the time to meet them.
Maybe Beetlesong knows. I'll ask her more later.
Yes, she might. She was just a wandering sprite that lived near your home, I believe. I don't know how much interaction you had with her before the incident. But obviously you wouldn't have remembered any from then. But yes, child, you are very, very special. I also have a gift for you. We can return to the others.
Wow! A gift for what?
It will help you with your growth. It will keep you close to nature, if you will.
I would appreciate that.
But it also will rely on you. It is a symbiotic relationship.
Huh?
You to have your phone and your laptop in proximity.
So they walk back around.
Grab it real quick.
What a weird time for you to bring us back.
Oh, sorry. Kiri, she pulls you back around in front of the party,
and kind of places your back to the tree.
Before
go ahead.
Before we go on, Shalon cast a fireball. How many trees are on fire?
No, I did not.
4. You want to do it on the big oak tree?
Well,
I did not cast it.
Okay. And she looks, and be like, "This will be a great day. You all will bear witness to what happens here." And then she, with her hand on her chest, Rowena, you're back up against the tree. She thrusts you into the tree.
What y'all
the heck? Y'all see Kiri disappear into the tree.
I'm gone.
What'd you say?
I'm backing up. That's what I just saw her like go through a tree.
Not through, inside of. I think I disappeared into the tree.
Kiri, you fall into you are thrust into complete darkness, but at the same time you see streams of light flying out all around you. It looks like a web, just a continual network of interconnected lines all over the place. You are able to see out through this particular tree and see your party there, but then you follow one of these strains of light, and all of a sudden your vision just, you completely leave that peripheral, and you're in a completely different place. And you're looking from a hilltop over far areas of grassland, and then you follow another thread, and in another instant you find yourself in another completely dense forest. You see woodland creatures running all around, and you feel these creatures moving inside what do you think is your ear. You focus and realize, oh, it's just squirrels tucking away nests in your trunk. And then you follow another line and teleport, and you find yourself standing on the edge of a cliff beside a waterfall as the stream or the river pours over, and a loud thunder reverberates through you of the sound of the water crashing below. And then follow yet another stream, and you find yourself right back, deep, not back where you were, deep in another wide glade. This glade is you see a big herd of creatures kind of running through a glade. You look and focus, and they are all various different colors, but you know immediately, like, those are unicorns. As a herd of them runs across the sky, some of them leap and fly through the air, and they leave along a trail of glowing, rapidly growing flowers in their wake as they run across this field. And then all of a sudden you hear a deep voice that says,
"We meet again, little one. I remember you."
Is it Balanos' voice, or is it not a voice I know?
It is not Balanos' voice.
Oh, okay.
You have heard this voice before.
Heard this voice before?
Mm-hmm.
Where? Do I know when or where?
Roll an insight check.
Okay.
Yeah, you heard this voice. Right after you healed a scar on an oak tree.
Oh.
That said,
"Hello, I'm pleased to meet you again."
I am one of the spirits of this forest. I remember the deed you did for me. It was very kind.
You're very welcome. I do it for any tree and any being in the forest.
Ingra has asked me to use my strength to help you.
How can you help me?
Oh, in many, many ways.
Well, I would really appreciate it. Thank you.
Why do you fight for the forest?
Because the forest is good and pure, and it's what the world's supposed to be. It's natural.
But what about the needs of others that wish to take from the forest?
There has to be a balance to it. I mean, the wolf has to hunt the deer. I mean, there's a give and take. But everything has to have a balance and live and do what they're supposed to do.
This is true. This is true. I will give you a gift.
It's very kind of you.
To help you bring life, or to help you bring death.
Why would I want to bring death?
There is a time for all, is there not?
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes
We've had to been killing lots of bad guys recently.
Sometimes you must save those who need saving. And sometimes you must take life from those who seek to do evil.
You're right. We've had to make those choices lately. They've been hard.
These are hard choices, but they are the burdens you need to bear.
Well, I will bear them because we're going to bring balance back to this world.
I believe you. I trust you. Hold on to this. And you see before you a formation of what looks like a branch reaching out to you.
I reach out to take it.
You reach out. Is Carrie right or left-handed?
I don't know. She can be left-handed. Why not?
Okay.
Sounds like Curie would be left-handed.
You reach out with your right hand to grab this thing, and vines wrap up your arm and kind of right up to about your shoulder, and all of a sudden this branch sprouts into what looks to be a bow, covered in just absolutely gorgeous flowers. And
wow, that's amazing.
And it whispers, "Infuse it with your power, little one."
With what power? Infuse it how? I don't know what that means.
Bring life to it.
Oh, okay, I'll do that.
What do you do?
Plants the bow.
I plants the bow. No. I don't know. I meditate like I would with my oak twig that I carry around with me, and like try to speak with it and all that stuff.
He says, "No, little one. If you can do it with a stick, why can't you do it with a bow?"
But no, I was using the bow. I was saying I'd do it like I do with the stick.
Do what? Like you do with a stick?
Like I meditate with it.
I know.
Like I
He's
hold it
saying
and meditate.
no. He's saying no. You've done it with a stick. Why not do it with a bow?
Oh, okay, so I do that with the bow?
Do what with the bow?
I don't know. I'm confused.
The thing she did with the stick.
What do you do with sticks, Kiri?
I hold them and meditate them, stick them in my hair.
Kiri, what if you need to hurt someone? What do you do with a stick?
Oh, I throw it at them. I cast Shillelagh.
You cast Shillelagh. You channel Shillelagh into the branch, and all the flowers instantly bloom, and you feel a connection to this. You feel a
oh my
connection
gosh, guys, would you
to
stop
this
over
bow.
there? Curious. Literally, sorry, I'm reading over here on the left. You guys are ridiculous. You realize Kiri like has hunted and eats animals, and she lets Lumiki eat animals too. Good.
Then all of a sudden you hear very good. I will be with you always. Me and my guardian have been with you for a long time.
Wow,
and all
thank
of a sudden,
you so much.
All of a sudden you appear. You are kind of not thrown but sent forward out of a tree, and you guys see Kiri appear out of this oak tree. She looks a little bit different. In her right hand, she's holding what looks like a wreath of flowers of all different colors. Some purple, some pink, some yellow. In her right arm, with vines running up her right arm. She also has... she's got a rack of antlers on her that are curving back along her skull, probably a couple inches off her head, and back into her mess of hair. They're sitting like almost level with her hairline, if you will.
Right, gotta get out there.
They extend probably about halfway back her skull.
The first thing Sub says is, I don't think you can wear hats.
I don't need hats. It's okay. Guys, I got this amazing present. Look at this stick and this bow.
Carrie, let me put that on your...
You came to the forest and got a stick.
Sounds like a forest to me.
Truly an adventure.
Hold on. I gotta find... Where do I put this
I bet that tree just found it on the road. Just like, this looks like a good stick.
Somebody will think it means something.
Where is it? Did it
you
really...
put it there? It's on my thing now. It says wreath bow.
Where? I don't see it in your inventory. Oh, it went in as wreath bow.
Yeah, wreath
bow.
Bow,
wreath, and flowers. Okay.
It's
now been identified.
I was going to say, I thought it said kudzu.
He based it on kudzu.
Nice.
Best one in the game.
Bow?
What is
I
kudzu?
love my kudzu.
Oh, is that from Guild Wars?
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
Ooh, it's fancy.
Very cool.
And you can read what it can do.
Okay, cool.
As she like walks around, guys, you see flowers growing where her feet lift off.
I hope no one tries to track us.
Yeah. I wonder where they went. Let's follow these flowers.
I can write on Lamiki. Lamiki won't leave flower footprints.
You can read kudzu, Kiri. Read all of kudzu, and you'll...
Okay, it says, kudzu is awakened through your shillelagh. Because of this,
oh, sure,
just
read to everybody if y'all want to share.
Oh, I thought that's what you wanted me to do.
No, you can.
Sorry.
I can just share it with everyone.
Uses your wisdom modifier for all attack, damage, and healing rolls. Kudzu does not use arrows. Instead, it rapidly grows sharp wooden shafts at will of the user. In addition to these shafts, kudzu can grow a special shaft infused with the essence of its flowers up to 5 times a day. These are listed below. Oleander. The shaft carries harmful poison. On a hit, it deals additional 1d12 poison damage, and the target must succeed DC 12 Constitution or be poisoned. Chamomile. This shaft is very fragile and carries a healing bomb. On the hit, it heals the target for 1d6 plus wisdom. Wisteria. The shaft carries rapidly growing vines that envelop the target. On a hit, the target must succeed a strength save throw against your spell or be restrained. Creeping growth. When the weapon is held, it leaves a trail of various flower petals. If you are walking, you can choose to leave footfalls of flowers and grass behind you. See, wait, I can choose.
You can shoot someone back to life?
Apparently. With healing chamomile.
It is a
chamomile
DC.
tea.
It is a DC 10 attack.
And they would be prone.
Take that, liberals.
Nice. That's hilarious. You didn't get it? Yeah, that's funny.
Take that, liberals.
I can shoot someone back to life.
Oh my gosh, I'm the best joke. Oh my gosh. Oh.
I cannot wait for the first time that mechanic gets used. I'm very excited to see how that works.
You can shoot them back to life.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really fancy.
Hold on. You also, Carrie, there's some other... I know you're about to have to leave.
Yeah, I can stay a little bit longer. It's all good. I haven't heard from that house yet, so it's okay.
I'll go over the changes to your character. I'll go ahead and tell you. You also learned a innate spell.
Another one?
Another one called Spike Growth.
Okay.
I'll put that on your innate.
That's pretty much the same thing that the dude had, except it does damage now.
Yeah, well, it's basically like entangle with spike growth. I think I know kind of what it is. Yeah.
You gain the ability that you cannot be put to sleep through magical means.
Nice.
And you have advantage on saving throws from being charmed. You also have magic resistance, so you have advantage against spells for any spell saves. And resistance to magical damage.
Nice. Do I have wings yet?
Not yet.
Yet? There's a yet there.
Yeah, they weren't there for that discussion. I took them.
Wings and antlers. Did you get wheels after that?
Yeah.
Girl, you gonna be powerful.
Apparently.
All right. Yeah, no, Inga's gotta go.
She just hops into her little
Yeah, she's just back in the trough.
Arrow.
Yeah. So Ingra says, it seems you have received his blessing.
Yep, he's a tree. I met him a while back. Around the same day I met a duck.
I see. And Beetle Song comes buzzing around your head. She's like, "Wow! Look at your horns!"
I know, I have antlers now. And here's my bows, and look at the flowers. Look when I walk, there's flowers. There's flowers. And he said I'm going to get wings, and maybe I'll be able to fly like you. We can teach me how to fly. That would be really cool.
You get wings?
Apparently, I don't know when.
Oh my god!
He says that I've lived for millennia or longer. How is that even possible?
Yeah, we live a really long time. Like a really long time. It's really cool.
It's amazing.
Yeah. That's unless you die.
Right? Unless you die. Right?
Stug, make a wisdom save with disadvantage. Because the initial joke was funny. Let me see it.
John, you don't have to roleplay as your actual character with wisdom and interfacing with the...
Oh my gosh. I'm doing it for Stug. This is taking...
sorry. I was looking at my phone.
I got it. Yeah, you're on the floor laughing.
No, let me roll.
You're going to roll a 2. With disadvantage. I'll take that. Same result. That was a really funny joke.
Back down.
Y'all see Beetle Song kind of fly towards his feet for just a second after he falls down laughing. And then she hops back over.
That's so cool.
That's really cool. I can't believe it. Hey, Beetle Song, do you happen to know what my my parents' name were?
Your parents' name?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Your father was named, he was Gimbal. He's like, yeah, you writing that down?
Uh-huh.
Like, okay, I'll probably forget here in a second. And your mother was, she was Eliwick.
Eliwick, okay.
Yeah, Gimbal and Eliwick.
Thanks.
Yeah, they were great. They didn't even mind when I played tricks, and sometimes they would help me, and we would play tricks on other people. It was so much fun.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh, it was so much fun. It was the best.
Thank you for leading me here.
Yeah, Kiwi. Kiwi?
Uh-huh.
Are you gonna save the forest?
Yep, I'm gonna do my best. We're gonna save the forest.
And my friends are child at a time.
One what? What is wrong with you all?
Ingwa says that something very dangerous is happening in the valley.
There is lots of dangerous stuff, but we already got one of the legendary weapons, so they can't make the portal to the elemental plane of the earth, and so we're gonna get the rest. We're gonna do it.
Oh, that'd probably be the one I was okay with them making.
Oh.
That wouldn't be that bad, right? Like a whole bunch of mountains and stuff? Like, there could be trees on mountains.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Balance.
But I don't know. That fire one, and I can't even swim.
Oh, Ingra. I have a question. Shalon's father,
Yes,
Bellet, he was cursed or something by the water elemental person, and I just lost the name.
Ol Hydra?
Ol Hydra?
Hydra?
Yeah, Ol Hydra, or I don't know if it was exactly him, but somebody that follows him, and he got cursed, and he has like barnacles on his face, and his mind isn't his own, and we were trying to heal him. Do you have any advice? The priests of Tyr tried to help, and they couldn't do it.
Well, if Ol Hydra is in his mind, I would advise severing her connection to this plane.
So when we sever the connection to the plane from the water and here, his mind will be free?
It would be a start, though I don't know what damage she can do. Mortal minds are such fragile things.
I don't know. Shalon's pretty strong, so I bet her dad's pretty strong too.
Very well.
Scary.
I'm sure he will be fine. But you must remove her influence from this world.
We will do it.
It is the only way to keep him safe. Be very cautious.
Okay, sorry, stepping in here a little bit, just to clarify. You're saying to save Shalon's dad, all we got to do is kill a guy. Am I getting that?
No. Kill it, no.
Sounds so.
We gotta get the portal key, like we got from we gotta get the portal key, the other weapon that they have.
Little
so we gotta
mortals, I doubt you would be any match for Ol Hydra.
Yeah, we're not attacking the god.
You must use
We have to get the
cunning
key.
and wit.
We have to use. Nadius is really good at that.
I have to trick a god.
But no, don't you understand that there's these keys? We got one of the keys to stop the
face
portal.
any
so
of the
don't let it in.
princes in combat would. They can wreak much havoc.
We already faced a prince. We didn't face the prince in the combat.
We have not faced a prince.
Okay.
None of the princes have entered
We
this
faced
world.
a prophet.
If they do, you will know, and we will all die.
Well, aren't you just full of cheer?
I speak the truth.
It is the truth. It's what everybody's been telling us as we've kind of figured this out. I mean, just look at the world around it.
Oh, Hydra could flood the entire valley in minutes.
So it sounds like
thousands of lives lost in seconds.
How do we sever the portals? We have the key to sever to make it so they can't open the portal, but how do we actually sever it from them having influence here?
I cannot answer that for you, for I do not know.
Any idea
but
who
I
might
do
know?
That weapon and its siblings.
Sorry, say that again.
I do know that weapon and its siblings are the keys.
So it sounds like we're going to need to pay.
They are used to create the links. I know not who made them, but I know they must serve the Elder Elemental Eye.
Would destroying the keys sever the connection?
I am not sure, nor do I know if it is a thing that can be destroyed. She kind of reaches out her hand to hold like towards Iron Fang. She reaches out her hand towards Iron Fang.
You just have to stand back up first.
I'll stand up. Do I
roll a dex save?
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel your boots kind of snag, but you catch yourself. And y'all see oh, what the crap is her name? Y'all see Beetle Song go, dang it. They kind of zip around.
I'll flip around the war pick, grabbing the top and offer the handle. Sure.
She reaches her hand out and touches the handle, and you see her wrap her hand around it, and then all of a sudden she is overwhelmed with like shock. She convulses. She's like, oh, and she rapidly pulls her hand away. She's that was not wise of me.
Feels good, right?
That is an arbiter of pure destruction.
And put it back in the harness.
I do not know. I cannot fathom even how to destroy that. Nor do I know how you bear it.
He has these random outbursts.
She's looking at Stug questioningly, like, you are a strange creature.
He's strange, all right.
I can see why Beetle Song has singled you out for her particular torment.
Is it fine to torment her back?
You can try.
All right. Cast Shatter on her.
Oh, Stug. Do you really?
A little bit different.
I need to target
her. You guys hear a loud explosion of sound.
Really hope she has more than 4 health points.
Let's see. Everyone make a Constitution saving throw.
Does it matter that I backed up any? Do I get advantage?
Nope, you're out. Yeah, I mean you're there.
Okay.
Stug, roll damage, by the way.
She's gonna get you.
Oh, I rolled it twice. I apologize.
I'll take the first one.
Well, take either.
Yeah, you guys all take 5 points of
temporary damage.
Yeah, to your temporary of thunder damage.
Thanks, Stug. You write my next speech.
Yeah, y'all made your save. Let's see. You see kind of the all the branches of the tree kind of shake at this explosion of sound. The dryad seems frankly like more kind of like you just kind of didn't look like she took any damage, just more of a like and she lets out a long sigh. Mortals. And you see zipping across the sky, Stug, making a wide arc, is a faint little light, and it zips low across the flowers in this field. And as it does, a whole bunch of little lights seem to come off the flowers, trail after it, and then catch up speed. And this little ball of light is growing in intensity and forming into a large clump of a whole bunch of moving lights. And it's zipping around circles, making this wide arc through the flowers, cutting back, making another one. And then all of a sudden it turns hard.
Who could just stop?
Who could just stop?
Get him.
Because I
buffering.
have.
It makes a shot right towards you guys. And then all of a sudden you see at the front of the light, you hear wee! And you are bombarded by Beetle Song, who slams into your face, followed by about 2,000 fireflies who have now attached to Stug and are lighting him up. You're completely blinded.
Just completely gone.
You can't make a deck save.
Sure.
Yeah, you don't get out of the way of this onslaught. As you like fall to the ground and try to roll around to get her off, you just hear she's like meanie 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 meanie. And Ingrid just kind of shakes her head. Mortals, as she looks to you, Kiri.
I don't know how to explain it. Stug's not the brightest. Maybe he's a little bit brighter now with all the fireflies.
Oh, he's pretty bright indeed. Stug, you are pretty bright right now.
I am pretty bright.
Yeah.
I think I may know how to solve this.
Stug, there's little you feel little bites on your skin.
Well, they had to go through an armor and then my regular clothes.
No, they're in your helmet.
Oh, they
in my helmet.
Assuming your helmet was off, right?
No, I didn't take it off, but that's fine.
Oh, okay. It's off now.
They would get in, yeah.
It's actually flying through the sky.
Oh.
Don't worry, it's coming back. You want to catch it?
I think I'm just going to get hit by it.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Get thrown to the ground.
It's DC 15.
DC 15. Sleight of hand, you said?
Well, sleight of hand, yeah. You're going to try to catch it. Or Dex. Nope. Destiny's with me. Yeah, the helmet bashes you right in the face. And you're laid out flat.
38 points of damage.
5 points of bludgeoning damage.
5 points, that's alright.
Yeah, he got through those temp.
While he's sprawled out and failing to attempt to grab his helmet, I'm going to pick Iron Fang up off the ground.
Never dropped Iron Fang.
Yeah, I think he's still holding it.
Nope,
oh,
you put it back in its sheath or whatever.
Let's resheath it.
Good
idea for you to have that.
I think I'm going to hold on to it.
I think I'm going to attempt to sleight of hand to take it away.
I think I'm going to dispel magic on it.
You can try.
Are you dispelling magic?
Not right now. What I think we should do, if these things are keys, that implies the existence of a lock. Therefore, we should acquire the keys, lock the gates, and then dispel the magic on those things.
I agree. That sounds like a good plan.
All right. Well, Stug, after a few moments, Beetlesong seems content in her revenge. and zips back up into the oak tree. Her fireflies, some following her, others settling back down into the field of flowers. You are covered in tiny little bite and scratch marks. Not from the fireflies. These are obviously from Beetle's song. This firefly probably can't do a lot of damage. But Beetle's song's got some teeth on her.
Tiny little bite marks.
Yeah, they're real tiny. There's some scratches, like tiny little scratches, about, a 1/4 inch wide. But there's 3 or 4 individual nail marks in that 1/4 inch.
So are we going to make our way back from the forest to the Destern Valley, or do we have additional business here? It sounds like we need to head back to the water cultists.
I think so.
And see if they have the key of their own.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ingra says, "Well, go with the forest's blessing. Please bring peace back to this valley. And be safe, little one." Talking to you, Carrie.
Yeah. I will be as safe as possible. And if you get word to Balanos, can you tell him that I am safe and well and update him on what's happening?
Oh, I can send word to Balanos.
I sent a letter to him. I don't know if he received it.
Oh. Well, maybe. There's no telling. But my word will reach him. And she pulls she raises her hand and a little like starling flies up into her hand. And she cups her hand around it and kind of whispers in it for a couple moments. And all of a sudden she raises her hand and it just zoops off, flying off to the southwest. I'm sorry, southeast.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you for all your help.
No. Thank you. Remember, you can always return here if you need shelter.
Thank you. I will remember that.
Yeah, if we need to travel 8 days.
Yeah, she kind of opens her arms and motions to the oak tree.
Quick question.
Yep.
We followed a swarm of fireflies here.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know how to get back to where we were going?
Yeah, she's still standing with her arms open, motioning towards the oak tree.
I think we walked through the portal, guys.
That's a portal?
Stug, it looks like an oak tree.
Yeah.
I was about to say, like, I'm seeing a tree.
It's a pretty big one.
Force.
It's a pretty big one.
That's a tree.
Come on, follow me. Bring the horses. Let's go.
Are we bringing the wagon master?
Yeah, are we leaving wagon master?
Kira, are you running into the oak tree?
Follow me.
Can wagon master fit? I'm not leaving wagon master.
It's a pretty big oak tree. Kira, are you he's like, I need my ruler. Are you running into the tree, Carrie?
Yeah.
Yeah, Carrie disappears into the tree.
Oh gosh, it's a platform 9 3/4 situation. Is there like a rock or something I can pick up and throw?
Yeah, I'm sure. There's some stones.
The tree.
There's some stones. Like, Shalon disappears through the tree.
Another trick that thing would do. And
yeah,
it would
exactly.
just turn into a tree. And
Ingra speaks. She's like, trust in the forest, little mortals.
I walk up to the wagon.
Nah, you can't. You can't stick your head back there.
I can't. Oh, darn.
I'll get back to y'all in a second.
All
All right.
I
Ash,
go
are
up
you
to the
through?
wagon. No,
Oh.
I'm going up to the wagon, grabbing the horses and guiding them through.
Okay. Yeah, the horses are a little reluctant, but then Ingra kind of like touches their foreheads,
Or an apple.
and then they walk very calmly right into the tree. They didn't understand when you walked them towards the tree, but after Ingra touched their foreheads, they walk right through.
Did wagon master make it through okay?
Are you still on the outside?
Yes, I'm waiting to make sure
You don't
Wagon
know.
Master's safe. Huh?
Wagon Master's gone. You and Stug are standing in a
I
field.
do want to take this opportunity to ask you, like, those things are pests, right? While I point to the pixie.
I run through the tree,
You
knowing that
idiot.
at least I will share the fate of Wagon Master, whether good
You
or
will
ill.
share the fate of Wagon Master. Yeah, you disappear into the tree. Stug, she looks at you and says, I guess pest is all about perspective.
And I walk through the tree.
Stug, make a dex check.
Oh, God.
Yes. Cut him in half.
That's what I'm talking about!
Somebody forgot to untie his
That's what
boots.
I'm talking about. You,
Into the tree.
You try to walk into it, but you stumble and fall like right into the tree and tumble down. And you hear, ha-ha! Right as you fall through.
I'm gonna call pest control. I'm gonna learn
Everyone, you
I'll be
are
back.
Kiri, you've seen this site before. Everyone, you feel like you're traveling along these pathways of light, watching as the forest zips through you. And all of a sudden, you guys appear and exit through another large oak tree that you can see is somewhat near the edge of the forest. You can tell by the light far off to the west. But this is a very large oak tree, and a somewhat smaller clearing. That the tree's canopy itself covers this entire area, but there's almost no other shrubs or anything. Yeah, everyone exits fine except for Stug, who exits rolling and slams onto the ground as he falls out.
I will learn fire magic.
So you see like there's some roots that have been wrapped around your ankles.
Just grab it and tear them off.
Yeah, they seem like ivy. Sorry, not roots. Yeah. All right, and that is where we're going to end it today.
All right.
Cool.
And we are south of Red Larch, underneath the original big tree.
South of Red Larch? No.
Is that not where we were?
No.
I thought you said the big. Okay.
The same
No,
tree.
he put us out at the
edge of the forest.
Wow, didn't even really help us.
Y'all are still up in the forest. All right. Let me end the stream here.
Oh, I don't want to stop.
I don't either.
Sorry.
No,
guys.
this is
It's
a good
alright.
point. This is